Alright, let's take a look at a review of how we use Glogster. You could be on either 6th grade or 8th grade, doesn't matter which, they both have the same information. So once here, let's scroll down and go to this section right here, where we have class Glogster edu account. So remember, we can't go to glogster.com or search Glogster because I only have accounts for our class in Glogster edu, and that's what I want you to use. So you check which computer is yours. Let's say I'm G1. I'm going to highlight and copy the username because that's the hard one to remember. The password is easy to remember. You know where it is, so look there. And then click on Glogster edu to get to the Glogster page. Once you're there, paste your username, and let's put the password in. Now remember, we're all sharing these, so just because you're on G1, you got to remember that every period someone is on G1. So what you're going to see here is all the glogs that students have started. Do not mess with anybody else's stuff. Just go to create a new glog, and when you start yours and you go back in to edit it, just go straight to yours. So I'm going to go to create a new glog. And on the iMacs especially, classic glog over here has worked best. Some of these other choices haven't worked so well, so if you're on an iMac, go to classic glog. Netbooks, I haven't really heard, so try classic glog, or if you want to try one of the other ones, go for it. Now Glogster, once you see these donuts here loading, that's a good sign. You want it to actually load, and once it does, you have your toolbar here. Now let's say it starts you with something you can use, but if you don't want to, by clicking on something, you can edit it, you can bring it forward or move it back if you have multiple items together. So two things on top of each other, one can be forward or back, and that's will be the one you see more. This is to move it backward, this one is to clone it, make a copy. This allows you to cancel any recent changes, or you can trash it and say goodbye. So if you want to put in your own text, start with a text box, and you can pick any text you want to use. Now the thing I love about glogs that I think makes them superior to a lot of other digital poster things like this is that their text boxes are scrollable. So if I start to type and I need to write a lot because I have tons of detailed information. Any other digital poster like program like PowerPoint will limit you to what fits in the call box, or whatever you want to call it. Not Glogster. Glogs are scrollable. So, I'm not going to bore you with more typing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, under Effects, no, under AB1. I can change the font size, because first of all, that font, I don't know about you, way too small for me. I can't see it. So I'm going to make it, bigger, 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 bigger. So I can make it readable, like a nice big title, but look at what's happening. I'm going to apply it, and now I've got scrollable text. That way, it's not just, you don't have to make it the size of your whole poster. You can make it small and put tons of text in there. So I'm going to OK that. I'm going to move this guy around. And the beauty of these is you can have them be just lined up with your poster, or you can rotate them. And I like rotating things because, you know, it just makes it, I'm going to put this one off to this side. I can put another one off over there. Beauty of this is you get complete creative freedom. Under graphics, it says decoration. They've got a lot of clip art. Hopefully you'll find a clip art that you can use. Don't just use clip art because it's cool. Use something that actually has to do with what you're making a glog about. And there are a lot of pages here. You can see it goes up to 123. If you use one and you go use it, it throws it back there. And you can resize it. So if it looks too big, make it smaller. But I want to show you what happens. There's some special ones in here. There we go. So you find something that you can use. Don't just go for animated because it's animated. And this one does that. You use it. When your glog goes live, it's going to be an animated picture. So I can put this over here. I can put this one over here. And oh, I want it to rotate the other way. So you got a lot of room here. See how long this goes? You really want to fill it up so you don't leave a lot of blank space. So use video, use images, pictures. You can search. Let's say the pictures there aren't what you want. So if you want to use an image, images shows you pictures that have already been uploaded and used by people. The search feature allows you to search for the images that are already there, but typically that's limited. If you want to put a perfect picture on there, go off to another tab and do a Google search for an image. Try to find an image that's not copyright protected, and I have another video that shows how you do that. A lot of resources out there. So I'm going to type in cell mitosis, go to images, and find a nice image. And I'm not going to take the time right now to check and see if it's Creative Commons. I'm just going to get a picture just to show you how easy it is to add it to your glog. So there's one with all the stages that looks kind of nice. And I'm just going to take that image, drag it off to my desktop. Go back to my glog here. So under images, you can go to upload or link. If you have a link, you can put the link in there. But if you have something you got on your desktop, just go to upload, click on desktop, find your image. Mine happens to be called images. Not a very creative name. Doesn't even match what it is. It's supposed to be cell mitosis. And you're going to put it in there. Now, give it a chance to load. It's going to load the image into this area right here. So it's loading. And pretty soon it'll make your image available. And I can use it. Now I've got an image that actually matches what my glog is supposed to be about. Hopefully. I can make it bigger and use it. So there's images. Video works a little different because you can actually search for a YouTube video. So we go to link and you find a YouTube video that works really well. You paste the link right here, okay, and add it to your files. And then once you add it to your files, you click on it and you go use it, and voila, you will have a video. This one happens to be Newton's laws of motion, well, first law. And I can move it around and put it wherever. It's going to look wonderful. You can change the background of your what's called a wall on Glogster by going to Wall and choosing one that will look nice. So there, kind of looks like a plant cells. So that works kind of wonderfully. Supposedly you can add sound. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but I had to upload an MP3 that I had. So unless we don't have music on these computers, so that one might be a little harder. Draw, say you want to draw a picture, you should be able to draw it right in here. So that's the basics. I mean, you can figure it out. This is pretty easy. Let's talk about some important points. Name your glog. Use your name. That way it's not called glog 4783 or whatever. And then you're going to click on Save or Publish. And I always put a category on mine. This is science. And, you know, we got to get used to tagging things. Science, mitosis, you know, things like that. Now, notice right down here, you can choose to finish it or to keep it unfinished. I'm going to save it and keep it unfinished because let's say I'm not done yet. Oh, time's up. Class is over. I'm going to go come back and work on it tomorrow. So I go back to dashboard. You don't have to log out because we share these accounts in here, so everything's all right. So you come back the next day and you log into Glog. Ooh, there's your Glog. So you click on it. Now, you're looking at a preview of it. In order to work on it, you have to go up here, edit this Glog. Otherwise, you won't be able to do anything except look at it. But from preview, you can test to make sure your movies work. You can test your scrolling text to make sure that works. So you want to preview it to test it. Otherwise, while you're editing, you don't get to really test to make sure all the features work. But what I'm going to show you now is you're done. What do? This is important. You have to share your blog, and the best place to share it is on your blog because we already have classes that kind of visit our blog and look at our stuff. So I'm going to go back to Save and Publish, only this time I'm going to click on Finished, Save and Publish. You got to go from private to public, otherwise nobody can see it. Now watch this. Go to View This Blog. Here's the trick, and this is going to make your life so easy. The embed code is all the way at the bottom of the page. So while it's loading, you don't have to wait. Go down here, see right there where it says embed into your page? Click on that. Now you have three choices. I'm going to have you choose the very bottom choice because you can pick a very specific width. We, being class blogmeister users, well, you have to delete that number. We pick 500 as one that works perfectly on our blog. So once you do 500, it does the height for you. You don't even have to do the math. Click on Copy. Once it says copied, go to your blog, log in, go to Articles. You got to be in the text view, not the graphical interface. Paste it, and you're done. You now have a glog on your blog. It's beautiful. It's going to make your blog famous, wonderful. Thank you for watching.